I call the member for Fairfax.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And I think the Australian people would forgive the Labor Party when they are unconsciously incompetent. But the Australian people wouldn't forgive the Labor Party when they are consciously incompetent. And for those who are unsure of the difference, let me give you an example of when the Labor Party can be unconsciously incompetent. And let's take the member for McMahon, the Shadow Treasurer, for example, who once had as his view of the world, as his policy, that China should float the yen. Now, China, whose currency is in fact the yuan or the renminbi, is in fact a different country from Japan, whose currency is the yen. And so here we have the man who wants to manage the Australian economy suggesting that China should float the Japanese yen. In one simple comment, here we have the Shadow Treasurer not just offending but showing complete disregard for our #1 trading partner in China and our #3 trading partner in Japan. Which makes me wonder, Mr Deputy Speaker, if our second trading partner, our second largest trading partner, the United States, what currency they might have, according to the Shadow Treasurer. Multiple choice, and he's in the House, so he can answer if he likes. Is it A, the United States baht? Is it the US peso? Or is it the US dollar? I wonder, Mr Deputy Speaker. You see, even though the man who wants to manage the Australian economy doesn't know the difference between Japan and China, I think the Australian people will forgive the Labor Party for being unconsciously incompetent, because that's what they are historically. But what they will not forgive, Mr Deputy Speaker, is being consciously incompetent. What the Australian people will not forgive is when the Labor Party know that they are putting forward flawed positions for no reason other than political gain. When they say on one hand that they support jobs, but on the other hand they want to deny small business a tax cut. A tax cut. They say that they believe in needs-based school funding, but then all of a sudden they don't give a Gonski. Work that one out, Mr Deputy Speaker. They say that they believe in the NDIS, but then they refuse to fully fund it. They refuse to fully fund it. You see, this is where you have conscious incompetence. They know very well what they're doing, but they just want to take advantage politically. Is it of any surprise that the Labor Party are interested in maintaining 27 secret deals, Mr Deputy Speaker? I don't think so. The Australian people know the Labor Party now. They don't want to work in a world of transparency. They want to work in a world of secret deals. That's the way the Labor Party runs. That's the way the union movement runs. And so once there's a sniff of transparency, of accountability, it should come as no surprise that those opposite, those who are consciously incompetent, will rise up and try to take the fight. But for the member for McMahon, the Shadow Treasurer who put forward this MPI today, I welcome him to come to my patch on the Sunshine Coast and tell people that he refuses to support $530 million for the Bruce Highway. He refuses to support 70 schools receiving more funding. He refuses to support nearly 3,000 veterans having greater access to mental health. He refuses to support over 37,000 small businesses in my neck of the woods receiving a tax cut, because not only is he proven to be unconsciously incompetent, he is consciously incompetent.
I call the member for Werriwa.